Alright guys, this is Josh here from Big County Truck. I'm making a video on how to update properly your ESC. This is the ESC here. This is the Wi-Fi linker. You're going to basically plug in your Wi-Fi linker into the dongle. Okay. You're going to get your battery. Don't plug it in yet. You're going to get your phone. You're going to go over to escape32.org or escape32. On the link I posted, and you're going to go to targets. Latest releases can be here. Now, I know that this ESC is Escape2, and I'll show you how to get it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to download the firmware first. So when you go to releases, you can't just select any release. You have to go to the bottom here where it says show all 48 assets. And then you got to find Escape2 Rev 12 12.1 bin. You're going to select it. It's going to download it. Now this is going to save it. This is an iPhone, so I'm going to save it to my files. I'm just going to keep it as what that says right there. I'm going to go to Chrome. I'll go to Escape2 bin. I'll go save it. It should bring it up next time I go into it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook up my Wi-Fi linker. I'm going to plug my battery in. You're going to see the flash. I'm going to go to Wi-Fi settings. There it is, Escape32 Wi-Fi. Select to it. And this will bring it up. So now go to the bottom of your settings page. Rev 11, Escape2. You got to make sure you match up the right target firmware with your ESC. So if you have an AirBot 2, you got to find AirBot 2. If you have an Escape 2, you got to find Escape 2. If you have Escape 3, Escape 1, make sure you match up with the same exact target that you're going to download and install to it. So now, I'm going to go up to the firmware tab. I'm going to load file. Let me see if I can find it now. Chrome. Which one did I... Why is there two of them? That's weird. I'm going to grab the first one. Escape 2 Rev 12 bin. 12.1. I'm going to select protection for bootloader only and update it. That's going to update right there. Okay, update says successful. Now we go to settings. Now it wipes out all your settings. So you have to re-input your settings. But if you notice, things have changed. So you're going to do rev direction. I always do reverse direction of the motor because if I don't, then I don't have to go to my transmitter in reverse direction. Sign range, I start at 20. It starts at 20. Usually 20 to 20 to 25 range. Sign power, I'm going to keep it 8. Frequency min is your minimum PWM frequency. That is adjustable between 24 and 48, and then 48 is your max, 48 to 96. For motors under, for micro motors, like smaller cam motors for the 124 scale, 118 scale, you're going to want to keep that at 24 and higher. And then for motors like 10 scale, this never can go lower. But I like to keep it default. This is a basic tune. Duty ramp, keep 0. Drag brake, only use drag brake if you're using a non-worm gear setup. So if you're using a TRX4M with a ring and pinion or any other axles ring and pinion, you do not need, I mean you don't need drag brake. If you're using a worm gear, you don't need to put it on because worm gears are cut a certain way. So say I wanted to put this in a TRX4M, I would set active drag brake. Click it, boom. Unclick it. I'm going to leave it default because this is going to a customer. And then I'm going to click forward in reverse. And then you come down here. You're going to want your poles. You can get it at 14. Certain motors like it lower. Certain motors like it higher. Protect stall. This is your stall protection. This is what, when you're approaching an obstacle, the truck starts to stutter. That's your stall. The motor is stalling out. So when you set this, so I set it usually default about 2500. It's adjustable from 1800 to 3200. Temp, I usually do 65. And then for protect volts, This is your voltage cutoff. I'll set it to 28, which is 2.8 volts, which is 2S, 33 for 3S. These BECs are adjustable up to 8.4. I usually set it to 6.5, or sometimes leave it at 5.5. Let the customer change if they want to, and then save it. So now I saved all the settings, updated everything, and now you're good to go. If you want to go into music, you can go in here, you can put your ringtone in for startup, and then you can play it, you can save it. Over here, say you want to test your truck, but you don't want to plug the receiver cord back into your receiver. For the ESC, you can actually just leave it plugged into the Wi-Fi linker, and you can use this slider bar right here to actually test and arm your motor. You won't have any steering, but you'll have the forward and reverse motion. So then you can come back in here and make a tweak if you want to, so you don't have to keep unplugging it, plugging it back in, plugging it back in, plugging it back in. You can use that to test it. You can put an obstacle here, like a stack of trenchers, and put them here, and you can kind of use the slider bar to crawl over them and see where it's going to stutter, or where it's going to fail, or where it's what you want to change, and then you can come in and kind of make a change here. But that's pretty much it. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out and ask me. Have a good day. Bye.